Happy Monday. Working on a little bit of Frida this morning. Gonna fill in her dress. And having my hot chocolate. Listening to the ocean. And Fauna, look, I brought you on vacation with me. And here she's just showing off her Patriot thing, which show off. But Vana, look, I brought you to the ocean. You're welcome. So it's a little overcast right now, but hopefully the sun will burn that off. We will see. There's a couple needlework stores not too far away. There's actually 3 here, but I was told just to check out 2 of them. So I'll be doing that sometime during my trip. And then there's a couple thrift stores as well. So of course I'll be doing those too. Have a fantastic Monday morning, everyone. Yep, that's what I'm listening to tonight. Fire and ocean waves. Yeah, I can't complain. Oh look, and Frida's here. Her never-ending dress. So maybe I can get that done tonight, who knows. But I kind of feel like I need to work on a dog or something else so I don't drive myself crazy. Well, hi there. June gloom is in full effect here. Cloudy, sun hasn't come through, but we checked out the weather and hopefully we'll get maybe 3 days of some good weather. We'll see. Shit, it's still nice here though. Nonetheless. Boys should be up soon. And then we're gonna go get some food. Let me show you the progress on Frida. There's where I'm at. Her dress is never ending. And hopefully I can get that finished off tonight and start off on some of the other motifs around her. Went on a walk this morning and the boys were finding shells so then I can make them into needle minders. And found some of the full size. So I don't know. We'll see. The magnet may crack because they're so, frail and stuff, but we will see. I'll check in with you guys later, but I hope you are having a fabulous Tuesday. Bye, guys. 6:20 in the evening. Beautiful evening here in La Jolla, California. So I'd come out and enjoy this and maybe put some stitching in. Get these military helicopters or Coast Guard helicopters flying by a few times a day. With the military bases being close by down in San Diego, they're always kind of running back and forth up the coast. So yeah, I forget if it's this house here or this one here. You can rent one of those 2 places for $22,000 a week, I believe. Yeah. And this area here is really nice when it's low tide. All the rocks, and it becomes kind of like a, forgetting what the word would be. But you can walk out there basically in the morning during low tide, and we found all kinds of great shells. Like a tide pool, I guess you could say. And then you can also climb up here, and then if you walk around, there's a big beach area that's totally open, and it's closed off by the rocks, and so that's kind of a nice place to go. But you can't be in there during high tide, otherwise it'll be totally flooded. Show you my progress. So yeah, the never ending dress of Frida's got her shoes in. So I'm gonna try to put in a thread of white, and then I'll probably start on some other motif around her. Because I find when there's large blocks of color, you know, maybe just putting in a couple strands of that color, and then your reward is going off and, you know, starting something else. So we'll see if that works. It's a good place because in the morning, some good looking guys run by shirtless. So that's always fun. And a lot of people walk with their dogs and stuff and take their dogs down on the beach. That's allowed. We camp and put stuff down here because there are stairs here, and then we can just come across the street. So yeah, there were a couple seals last night. We saw close to the shoreline, a couple miles up. There is a big where like the sea lions are. We'll probably go there. We'll go there sometime, and then I can take video and insert that and show you guys. But the city of San Diego made this man-made beach area for kids and families, and the sea lions took it over. And people were outraged because it cost the city millions of dollars and a super long time to build, and the sea lions took it over. And they were actually trying to figure out if they just need to kill off the sea lions to get rid of the problem, but then it was like more sea lions would come back, and of course then they would, you know, get all kinds of grief and stuff from animal people for killing the sea lions. So it actually kind of looks like it's storming out there a little bit. So all right, well, if I get Frida complete, then I will check in with you guys later and show you her completed. But otherwise, I will just leave you with a few moments of the waves. Hey guys, so Tuesday evening, still working on Frida and her skirt, but now I'm gonna work on her dog. We went to dinner kind of earlier this afternoon, and then the husband wanted to go to CVS, and I said, we'll drop Cal and I off around the corner because there's a couple thrift stores we want to hit up. So went into a Goodwill that was there. Smallest ass Goodwill I have ever been into. Nothing caught my eye in there, so strike one. Then about 2 doors down, we walk, and it's this, I forget what the name is, but it's this antique store that has a ton of just gaudy, huge pieces, statues and paintings and chandeliers and pieces of furniture, and you walk in and it's like you don't know where to look. What it reminded me of, remember that documentary, or that, I don't even know what, if it was CBS or NBC, the documentary where they followed Michael Jackson around and kind of followed him, and there was one section of that clip, or there was a clip where he went to this Vegas store in Caesar's Palace, and he was pointing out everything that he had purchased from this store. Do you guys remember that, and how the pieces were very like lush and rich? Well, this was how that antique store was. It totally reminded me of that. The stuff in there was crazy expensive. There was this red velvet topped jewelry box, and they were asking $420. Okay. Great, like, heavy, ornate mirrors that were totally my style. They had like Persian rugs on the wall, these chandeliers that were hanging with all these different colored crystals and sizes. It was, could have spent hours in there. And jewelry cases, and so we walked through it, and after picking up some of the stuff and seeing the price, I was like, okay, let's get out of here. Because it's like a lot of antique malls and malls or anything like that, usually the stuff is overpriced. Either they don't know what they have, or they just make up a story and jack up the price and see if some moron will buy it. So as we were leaving, I passed this display case, and right on the edge of this display case, there were embroidery scissors. I stopped. I showed Cal. Cal's like, you have to get them. They're stitching. And so we got the lady to open up the case. They were, on the tag, Victorian, sterling silver, scissors. Let me find mine. So, like, these are just, I know the lighting's not bad. These are just the common Hobby Lobby stork scissors. But the scissors were straight, and then the finger parts were almost a little larger than this, kind of these openings, and it was like face portrait on either side, very ornate and carved. $75. I said, is the price firm? Do you guys have wiggle room? So she went back and came back with $60. Gorgeous, gorgeous scissors. I regret not taking a photo. Gorgeous scissors. They needed to be cleaned up for sure, polished. Knowing, I think, if they had spent time and had polished a lot of the silver in their case, which was just like packed in there. There was so much in there. It was kind of, you just kind of look and like, okay, there's too much, and like just carry on. I think if they were shined up, then maybe they'd be a little more presentable for $60. They weren't solid sterling silver because there was no weight to them. I think they were definitely hollow. These stork ones, way more than those ones. And then they didn't come, the points didn't come flush. They overcrossed each other a little bit. So she said 60, and I don't know, I just couldn't do it. I told the husband about them, and he's like, well, did you get them? And I couldn't tell if his tone was like a positive tone or like a negative tone. And so I said, no, I decided not to. And he's like, yeah, because that's a lot of money for just a damn pair of scissors. And I was thinking like, yeah, $60 would go far on 1, 2, 3 stitch. That's almost like that's like almost an order for me. So passed on the $75 Victorian sterling silver scissors, but that's okay. These are actually the only pair of scissors I use or have. These ones I usually keep out in the family room, and then I have just like a pair of small blue plastic ones, nothing special, same size kind of, in my office. So I don't have like a plethora of scissors. And so, yeah, Cal was all jazzed to go and find those. And so depending on what the weather is tomorrow, him and I may go downtown La Jolla and hit up a couple other thrift stores. There was one across the street, and it had, all the money went to like dog rescue. They were closed when we ran across the street to see if they were open. But like I said, there's 3 cross-stitch stores here in the La Jolla area. I was informed one doesn't really have cross-stitch stuff, or that the other 2 were kind of better that are here in La Jolla. So it was only, the one was only like a mile away from where we had dinner, but they had already closed at 4 o'clock. So I want to hit up those 2. I don't think they have anything crazy cross-stitch wise, but it doesn't hurt to go look and see. So we'll go check out those. Cal's all like excited, like, why didn't you just flip, like, if you go in one of those cross-stitch things and they have like a chart of Frida? And I said, yeah, but I'm already working on a Frida chart. And he's like, yeah, but if you found another one, wouldn't you just go crazy? And I said, yeah. So yeah, I think that's all I have to share for you guys. Kids are in bed. It's nice because they have a flat screen TV in their room, so we tell them it's quiet time and throw TV on, and they kind of chilled in there, and husband and I sat out on the patio, just watching the ocean and stuff, people watching. So got the fire on, I'll show you that. Okay, this is heaven right here. Okay, ready? Fire on, ocean, floss tube. And look, Michelle, I brought you all the way to La Jolla. You're welcome. Yeah, it doesn't get any better than this. Does not. And what's even better, when you're on vacation, no bra required. Bliss, people, bliss. Anyway, I'm gonna get back to stitching, and I will insert a photo of how far I got along on Viva La Frida this evening. See you guys in the morning. Bye. Thought I'd shoot some La Jolla area for you guys to see. The beach is off to the right. Cal and I spent a couple hours downtown La Jolla and found this awesome bookstore. It had quite a big selection of needlework books, all for $1. So I picked up a few of those. Tried out that Phase needle nook, and it's definitely more needle, not, I'm trying to think, on the blanking, but it's on that plastic canvas that's painted. No threads, nothing at all. So we are off to go find needlepoint of La Jolla, and they have, looks like, a ton of threads and stuff, and I kind of want to see what they have, because I watched Emily C video the other day where she had started Here There Be Monsters, and she was saying that, you know, she wanted her threads to be a little darker, which that's what I was planning on doing. Her and I are just so much alike. So I want to actually go and look at threads. I kind of want to put some variegation into the piece as well. So we'll see what we find. Who knows? Who knows? Cloudy again today. May gray. June gloom. 66 outside. So, you know, to me, that's cold. But jeans and a light sweater works. But typical kind of seaside community where you just kind of park your car and just kind of walk. So I will film again when we get to the shop and see what I can record to show you guys. Thursday afternoon, about 4 o'clock. Another cloudy day. Went on a walk earlier up and down the beach, and I must have found the seashell hole of thrift stores. I found so many great seashells, a couple pieces of sea glass, and so yeah, that was awesome. It must have been like the graveyard of discarded shells that sea creatures no longer used. So we thought the sun was going to come out, or at least be cloudy but a little warm, but no such luck. Those are my boys down there. You know, for adults it's always too cold, but for kids it's never too cold. So I'm here watching them out the window while I stay warm and stitch. Frida is all done. Frida is all done getting in her words. It's so hard because there's these little things aren't close, so you really have to pay attention when you're counting, and so that's been kind of a pain. There's a border, so at least that'll be easier when I get there, but her dress is finally done. Got her 2 dogs in, so yeah, just stitching and watching the boys. They found like a little, see if I can zoom in, like a tide pool. So they go down there and have fun, and yeah. I want to thank everyone again that tuned in last night for my live broadcast. That was so much fun. There were so many people who joined in the conversations. It was just really nice that I was able to share just a short amount of time of my vacation with you guys and let you guys see you know, something maybe you guys don't all see that often, the Pacific Ocean and here in the ocean, and different part of the country. And that's what another thing I just love about Philosophy, that just through video, you can turn on your video and record and show us, you know, where you live, because everyone lives in such a different area. I'll check in later with a little more progress on Frida. Bye, guys. Another thing I had to show you guys, I'm wearing my sequin seashells down by the seashore. Come on, it's only appropriate. Saturday morning, June gloom is in full effect. Last full day here in La Jolla. And I've turned this into my little stitching area. I can throw everything up on there and move Frida on the Q snaps. I'm gonna start kind of like this floral fruit border thing, which is on all four corners. And we'll see how much I get done. Love the little birds. And I don't think I'm gonna frame it. I think I'm gonna, I got this, somebody suggested wrap it around a canvas. So we'll try that because it looks like I have enough fabric on all edges. Sunday, June 4th, and we will be leaving La Jolla this morning. Thought I'd come out and enjoy a few moments alone, kind of taking it in. It's drizzly this morning, sidewalks wet, streets wet. I'll have to remember to go down and grab some sand for the boys. Last year, I took some sand and put it in a glass-shaped clear bottle with a cork, put some sand in, and then on top layered in some seashells we had found on the beach and wrote the location and the dates. And so Cal has one in his room up on his shelf. And he asked, and Ayrton asked also if I could do that again this year for this trip. I appreciate you guys coming with me. Well, I guess you really had no choice coming with me on my little 2-week adventure. It just feels ready to go home, you know, after a while. You just feel ready to go home. We missed the pets terribly. We're excited to see them. The beds here are super comfortable. Oh my God. But there's just nothing better than sleeping in your own bed, taking a shower at your own place. Shit, this girl's ready to be hot again. It's too damn cold here for me. Hope to work on, I messed up on Frida yesterday. The chart's not the clearest. So I got the PDF form, printed it out, but it's not the clearest. She could definitely enlarge the charts. I mean, it's already 2 pages, but I feel like she could already enlarge the charts a little bit. The symbols are really small and dark. So I had stitched in some berries, a totally wrong color, and had to rip those out. And then I ripped out a set of flowers that I didn't need to. So I put Frida in timeout for a little bit, and then thought, well, I could work on beasties. But Frida needed to be fixed, and shit, she wasn't gonna do it herself, so I fixed all that last night, put everything back in its right place, got some decent work on it last night. I just put in some stitches in this morning, and I'll see what I can get accomplished in the car. Well, it's been fun, La Jolla, and we'll catch you next year. Thank you guys for watching. Hey, Floss Tube. So we are in Balboa Park today, checking out museums. So not only is it this free park you can come into, they also have, come on Ayrton, they have usually free events weekday or on the weekend. No more, come on. And then they have like food trucks, and so we got a pass to check out museums for the day. So I thought I'd give you just a quick little peek. Gorgeous day today. A lot of people. We've checked out the Museum of Man and Science. The architecture here is gorgeous. Some of the buildings would be gorgeous as stitched pieces. But yeah, just a great day walking around and enjoying life. I'll talk to you guys later.